Hey guys, it's been a minute. It's me, it's Sam. I'm back. It's kind of gloomy today, so I figured, hey, let's hang out for a little bit. Let's do a little catch up. Let's have a little chat, and I'll work on my project. So let's do it. Alright. Okay, so I recently went to Michael's and I got a bunch of yarn because I kept seeing these really cute grandma square blankets online, just these like daisy squares, and I thought this is so cute. I would love to make these. So I've had them saved in my Instagram and my Pinterest boards for probably a year, and I figured, hey, why not? We could do it this year. Now, I've been very conflicted because I started a blanket last year and I still haven't finished that blanket. Actually, let me show you how far. I've done a lot. Hold on. Let me zoom out so you can see this. This is the full size of the blanket. It's big. It's really big. Okay, and I'm still not done. It's basically the same pattern stitched all throughout the entire thing, and honestly, it's getting kind of boring. Let me fix this. Okay. So, like I was saying, I really loved seeing these cute little daisy square crochet blankets, and I figured, let me try that instead of kind of forcing myself into a box with this existing project. So I'm going to start working on that now, and I figured we could just do a little check-in, catch up, because it's been a really long time since I've just sat down, hung out, and chatted with you guys. So let me put this away. So the first one is going to be white as the petals, blue for the background, and then yellow for the middle of the daisy where the pollen is. So that's gonna be one blanket kind of color scheme. So let's jump into starting these daisy squares. Just dive into the sky. Okay, I think I got a good handle on this. I've made 3 so far, and I've decided that I'm gonna do 20. Let's keep doing this. So I took some time off of social media, and honestly, even when I was like in college, in high school, I tried to do like mini social media detoxes because it just started to become very overwhelming. I remember I was posting pretty consistently on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, but doing all 3 of them became a little overwhelming. And then I just removed myself from TikTok. So TikTok specifically, I don't know what it is. I think the algorithm just, it sucks you in a way that's different from Instagram and from YouTube. From the other 2, I feel like it's easier to just kind of like unplug or get away from it. I think there was even a point where TikTok, like even when you click the X button, it wouldn't actually take you out of the app. It would just refresh your page. You had to click it like 3 or 4 times before it actually lets you out of the app, which is kind of like, what? Like I said I want to leave, okay? Let me leave. It kind of prevented me from creating art because I was seeing all of these people creating new things, making things, doing pottery, singing, crocheting, and the barrier to entry for doing any of the things that I was interested in just started getting bigger and bigger the more time I spent online scrolling. So I kind of removed myself from all of the things, and a couple of months ago actually I was trying to get back into pottery, and then I ended up finally getting into another 7-week class, which I'm so happy about because they're incredibly difficult to get in my area. But yeah, so like a lot of my hobbies I ended up kind of picking up because it was just something easy that I couldn't fail. I think growing up in school, a lot of the time I was not the best when it came to more of like the academic, like math, the sciences, but art was always my favorite subject. I love just creating things, making something with my hands. You are the decider of whether or not it's good. And no one can tell you that like you failed at that art piece because it didn't look a certain type of way. It's like, no, it's like whatever you want to create, you just create it. I started to get a bit of like imposter syndrome at one point because I'm just like, yeah, I'm an artist, I'm a creator, I do all of these things. And I was just always on Instagram comparing myself to everybody else's art, their pottery, their crocheting, and I stopped creating things. So creating that separation between social media and like the actual art has helped so much. Getting in there and doing the thing has been incredibly helpful. Speaking of, so over the past couple of weeks, I have kind of gotten back into posting on YouTube again. And interestingly enough, I ended up making this like chuck roast recipe. It was like beef, carrots, onions, and then like mashed potatoes. And I posted a video, like not really thinking much of it. It was just like all time lapses, though they were super duper fast. I had to fit them all into 1 minute. I just posted it kind of nonchalantly on YouTube. 2 days later, it has like 3K views, and I'm not the most confident in the kitchen, I will say. I think that like I'm still learning how to kind of make things and feel super comfortable in the kitchen. So I'm just like, let me just post it, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. It was never meant to be a tutorial. It was never meant to be a step-by-step, this is how you create this dish. The first comment that I got on that video was somebody saying,
you should have used cornstarch to thicken up the broth so that it was more of like a stew versus like just extra liquidy.
And I was like, oh gosh, what have I done? And then the next person was just like,
it's way too fast, I can't follow along with what you're doing. What kind of meat did you use? What did you do? Like, how did you do it?
And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I think this is what prevents a lot of people from posting things and trying things, because people could be very judgmental. I think that like in general, my community has been very nice. So it just kind of took me back when I saw that as the first comment, but I'm like, you know what? I'm so proud of myself for recording that video and posting it. Like, I wasn't posting it for anybody else. I was posting it for me. And yeah, maybe I could have used cornstarch. Yeah, maybe I could have made the video a bit slower, but like, that was never my intention. The intention for the video was just for me to keep track of my progress and to like encourage me to continue making new things in the kitchen. Sometimes I feel like I need to be perfect the first time that I do it, which is why I gravitate towards art and doing things that are more creative, because it doesn't have to be perfect. I posted it. It got like more views than I expected it to based on the size of my channel. I think I have right now less than 1,000 subscribers on my channel. And immediately after that, I had like a couple of other comments of people being, wow, yum, that looks so good. And just being like very encouraging. So all of that to say, if you do want to post something, if you do want to jump into like starting social media, yes, there are going to be haters out there. Yes, there are going to be people who are going to say negative things. That is just humanity. But if you go into it knowing that like, I'm doing this for me, then that noise becomes a lot quieter. Posting on YouTube is art, right? So you get to decide what it looks like. You get to decide how you express yourself with the world. So don't let it deter you. That stopped me from posting on YouTube for a very long time. And like, it doesn't have to look a specific way. It doesn't have to be niched. Like, it could just be your creative space. So I went through a lot of ups and downs of trying to figure out like how to make YouTube work. But I think I've hit a point in my life where I'm just like, I'm just gonna post what makes me happy. I'm just gonna make stuff and I'm gonna put it out there. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Some people are gonna stick around. Some people are just gonna leave their comments and go. But the people who like what I post and they want to kind of join in on this creative space community with me, they'll stay. And I think that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna keep working on these daisy squares. I've actually been just watching Netflix while I've been crocheting here. I just finished watching Selling Sunset and now I'm watching The Circle. I just started that. So I'm gonna keep working on these. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be amazing. And let's see where it goes. Okay, so I have done 4 of the flowers and they look so cute. I'm obsessed with these. Yeah, I love them. But I realized that it's like almost 6 o'clock. Yeah, it's like 5:57 p.m. right now and I've barely eaten anything all day. I've just been so locked in on getting this done. I think I'm just gonna go down the street, grab something to eat, and then I'm gonna come back and continue this.
A few moments later.
Okay, I have my food. I am going to eat this, and I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling that when I finish eating this, I'm going to get the itis. I'm going to get really sleepy and I might take a nap. So I am going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.